Once we got into the development of the project in the early 2000s was really when sustainability started to grab hold. We had many discussions with academics about where building technologies are going, what sustainability is all about, why we should embrace it.
Pretty good definition of sustainable design is to design now, but think about the future. Think about the future of the world.
The lighter footprint on the land, better quality environment, better quality living conditions.
The magnitude of the challenge that we have in front of us is immense. It's absolutely immense.
The first thing when designing a sustainable building is to really look at and understand what technologies are available that are tried and true, and understanding if there's a way to combine them in a new way to maximize the benefits for the project. The other thing is to look at the passive elements, such as just the building size, location on site, how you're actually constructing the walls, and the rules about that are really hundreds of years old. One of the keys is the integrated design process. We bring a lot of expertise, both design expertise and operational expertise, together at the outset of a project.
Early on, we developed a community liaison committee. We brought them in and kept them well informed of what the Canfield building was going to be at the end of the day. I'd have to say that was an excellent approach.
This building was intended by the federal government to be an exemplar of what was possible and where we should really be going in terms of the workplace. The way the building was designed was to have a high-performance envelope and orient the building to maximize opportunities for daylight harvesting.
I think one of the real features of this building is that it is light, it's bright, it's cheerful, it's got a lot of inherent qualities that you can't quantify, but they give quality to the space.
From a water standpoint, we capture rainwater to actually reuse within the building, and so all of the toilets are flushed using rainwater, so we reduce the potable water demand for the building by 80% below a typical office building of this size.
It's very interesting, and it's very easy to fall into a conversation that talks about state-of-the-art technologies and technologies that have never been done before. But quite honestly, what we want to try to do is make sure that these are things that are actually going to work.
During certain times of year, we can actually use natural ventilation and through ventilation to provide fresh air to all of the office spaces within the building. At other times of year, we deliver air through a raised floor system, so in fact that allows us to deliver air and have it move through the space where people are actually located. The floor slabs are actually radiant heating and cooling systems. They provide a very passive and very low energy method of heating and cooling the building when that's actually required.
It's really the workers in the building that we're designing these buildings for, and their health and their ability to do their job in the space is really even more important than energy efficiency. There is a skill set, and I think for that we really have to go back to the people at HOK and say that they were instrumental in how they put the project together at the early design stages, because they brought to it I think an aesthetic and an understanding of what space should be like and how people live and work in a space.
This is an issue, a challenge, an opportunity that's way beyond just design. It has a whole world impact.
Well, you have to do it with a little bit of wisdom and a little bit of thought. Simply doing it because it's on a checklist is not good enough.
We can't be complacent in any way, shape, or form, because we have a whole generation of folks who work within our studio who will press us to make changes and will press us to keep up with the times and frankly be ahead of them.
I think the building has worked incredibly well with the site that it had and has left a legacy that will work very nicely in Charlottetown for many, many years.